Whoops. There we go. All right. Let's dive in here and have a look at Bitcoin price action after that big dive down that we had. So if you've been watching my daily Bitcoin price analyses, which are not daily, but when I get around to it, so it's usually a few times a week, and sometimes I do them just for a small group somewhere else. But we've been watching this, and I've been talking about how I think the likelihood that we're going to dip down and take some of that liquidity is very high, and we did. We came lower than the previous month, that low there, and I don't know if we're out of the woods yet. I don't know, so I'm just going to share my thoughts as I see them. I've repeatedly said that you see how each of these previous big run-ups, we came back down to close out these big bullish for value gaps, less relevant here, but over here we sure did, and leaving only one or two at the bottom. Will we do the same thing? I don't know. It's possible. I don't know. We don't have to just because we did that in the past, but it's something that's worth noticing. Okay, so if we look at the high down to the low and the high of this leg of trading, we have finally touched on or come almost to equilibrium, almost, and that's we've rebalanced. I don't know if it's a full. Obviously, it's not a full. We didn't close below this BISI, but we've certainly added some liquidity to it, or taken some of the liquidity resting there, the buy side, the sell side liquidity that was sitting there for opportunity, and we have this inverse bullish inverse for value gap over here, which we wicked into and we respected and we moved up. So does that mean that we're moving higher? I don't know. Not necessarily. Let's go down to the weekly time frame. So on the weekly time frame, I had also for several weeks have pointed out that this weekly candle here, we had closed below this intermediate term low, making this a market structure shift, a bearish market structure shift. And the last time we'd had a bearish market structure shift was close to 2 years earlier on that weekly candle right there, which was the week that opened, I guess, began November 7th, 2022. So that's 602 days ago. I guess that's, like I said, close to 2 years. And what we then did after that was that we ran back up, and we ran up to, let's make this so we can only see it on the monthly. What is going on here? Okay. And let's create a different one for weekly here. We came, actually, let's go down to daily because I think I have one already. Nope, but it's the same. So let's put a fib, optimal trade entry fib on the daily. Make sure we can see it on the weekly, and let's go to the weekly. So we have, oh, it's the wrong one. It's not the one I meant. Okay, there we go. That one over there. And it was, the low was over here. Okay, I meant for this leg. Let's look at it on the daily. Be easier to see. Okay, so we'd come all the way down this big downtrend on the daily chart, and then we retraced, coming back up to optimal trade entry zone, which would be between here and going even higher, but we were repelled by this daily SIBI. Okay, so we retraced. Really, we didn't really close above 79%, although I'm including the wicks. If we don't include the wicks, what do we have? It's a little bit. Maybe we closed a little bit above 79%, which is totally fine, but not much. And then we again were repelled by that SIBI over there, the sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency, and that's what it looks like going back to the weekly. we came back up, but we, we couldn't stay there. All right, coming down from, let's look at the daily chart now. All right, so we came back up and then we curled down, and we, on this candles when we had our strong market structure shift below this intermediate term low or swing low. However, ICT says it could be market structure shift even if we just wick below it or above it, and it does not have to close, but we did close well below it, and that was the first or strongest move down on the daily candle. And we were coming off of this bearish inversion for value gap on the daily, where we inverted this BISI, closing below it over here, turning this into an inversion for value gap. We came into it, we respected it, didn't even really, wick in past the equilibrium or the consequent encroachment, and we continued down where we took out liquidity below this intermediate term low and also entered the somewhat rebalanced these BISIs, and we saw the bigger BISIs on the weekly and monthly time frame. Actually, we didn't look at the BISIs on the weekly time frame. It's worth having a look because they're a little bit different. There are some more of them. We look at different lineup, but we have over here and over here and over here. And the question is, are we now moving up or down? So looking on the daily time frame, right, we had that big route here 2 days ago. Yesterday we came back up, but we left a wick top. Today so far, with half the day gone, we have small wicks on either side, small green smallish green candle with wicks on either side. I don't know for sure what we could expect. I suppose we look at the possibilities. If we look at the dealing range, the current dealing range, so equilibrium would be at about the top of this daily SIBI here, so that would be equilibrium. And if we wanted to look at optimal trade entry, if we were going to come back up to go short, we might go between the 62 and 79%, which would put us really just somewhere into this the bearish daily candle. We're going to maybe go up to there and then possibly reverse. Question is, would we go that high? Or maybe we're not just retracing up to there, but actually, I said reverse back down, meaning continue lower. Let's look at the 4 hour, because I think there's an important clue on the 4 hour. And the 4 hour, I've marked off where I buy. Obviously, I bought on the way up. I buy on the way up. I buy on the way down. I try to buy where there is a dip. And I buy on the way up and the way down because I plan to hold for as close to forever as I can. We came down here, I bought, we went up, and then we came lower here, I bought, came down here, I bought, chopped sideways for, I guess, a day or two, came down here, I bought, dropped down there, I bought, dropped down there, I bought, and then we came back up. So I'm already back in profit on these last two, and I just know those will also be just a matter of time, and as will those that happen on this side. What I'm noticing though in this retracement here is we have this big SIBI on the 4 hour, and whereas coming down we had lots of SIBIs, one there, one there, one there, there, and then the big one here. Moving back up, we only have one BISI here, one small BISI. We're not seeing the kind of momentum that we were seeing going down. Like even like we're kind of moving sideways. We have that wick up over there from the last candle. What does that mean? Maybe nothing, but it's not showing the energy that we had on the way down. I think that's pretty clear. So if we were to look at, rather than the daily dealing range, but we were look at which I think we started from up there, but if we looked at the 4 hour dealing range that we see here, we're at about equilibrium right now. And so, maybe we would go a little higher into the optimal trade entry, but maybe not. Like if we're heading lower, we may not go much higher than this. So there's that. And what else we have? We have, yeah, that's I think those are the important things. So if I had to guess, I'm not seeing a lot of reason to think we're going to have stronger moves further up. Let's look at the 1 hour. Where 1 hour there definitely are more BISIs, but of course it's the 1 hour. If we go down to the 15-minute, there'll be even more, but they don't carry the weight of the higher time frames. All right, that's today's Bitcoin analysis. Let me know what you think, and